in a bit, but just come out for a walk in the bazaar, and I'm going to show you some of the birds, creamy gravy. Good morning everyone from Skardu. It's a beautiful day, third day here today. It's going to be our final day here in Skardu, and going to be heading back after today. It's been really adventurous, amazing experience, and today got a few sights in plan. See how it goes, and just going to show you the morning view whilst we have wait for breakfast. And that's the morning view. Everyone's slowly waking up or getting on with their business, and it's very calm, very quiet. That's the fort over there where we were at yesterday. Didn't quite make it. Might try again today. There you are. There's another flight coming over to Skardu Airport. We'll be leaving tomorrow, but that's just heading to the airport. So that's a new flight coming over, going through the mountains. This is Parishan Chowk, and you can see the famous mountaineer Ali Satpara's statue right there, and this is named after him. And this whole area is famous for mountaineers. Ali Satpara was not known by a lot of people until recently, when of course he passed away when going on a mountain expedition, but he was well known amongst the mountaineering community. And throughout Gilgit-Baltistan, the best mountaineers are found in this region, because of course naturally you have so many mountains. So we've just left the hotel, guys, and we're heading towards Deersai. We're not going to get to Deersai because Deersai is only open a couple of months, 3 months during the year, July onwards, June, when the snow tends to melt and you can visit. And it is one of the most beautiful places to visit in these areas. The wildlife, the attraction, the openness, the greenery. But we're heading up, and when we reach wherever we're going, I'm going to show you around. But this is very close to the Indian border. Ladakh, Leh, Kargil. I mean, it's all one group of people really, but split by, you know, political reasons. But yeah, we're very close to Kargil, which is the Indian border, and we're going to be heading up further up, and then we'll show you some of the border sites. And there was a war between India and Pakistan. They fought 2-3 wars over this region. It's a highly militarized zone, and it's sometimes not as much you get where you get firing like when you're in Kashmir. You find the Indians tend to fire across the border. Not much on this side that occurs. So yeah, we're going to keep going up and show you more. heading towards the Satpara lake here. So we're going to go further down and see this lake in the roof of the world. So we've just reached the Satpara lake, and it's a very famous lake. It's located very high up on the way to Deosai. Nearby is the home village of Ali Satpara, the famous mountaineer who passed away. This lake is sort of named not after him, but maybe after the village. And it's a beautiful lake. It's very reflective. You can see the reflection of the mountains at the back in the lake, and it's very high up. And people come here from all over the world. It's towards Deosai, and Deosai, like I say, is like a lush green paradise in the spring, in the summer months. And yeah, people just come here and sit and just watch this lake, and there's somebody there who's the only person here apart from us, is just sitting and enjoying the view. And I'm going to take a few pictures and show you more of the lake now. So that's the lake. There's a nice breeze. It's not cold, it's not super warm, it's just right. And there's those majestic mountains at the back. Very close to India here. Also China's just nearby, and it's a place where you know, China claims to be. It's here. Right, there's barbed wire here, so I've just jumped over that and I'm going further down. How cold and clean and fresh the water is. That's where I've come from. So that's the lake. I don't think I can venture closer. So here we are. We've actually made it right to the bottom. And look how clean that water is. Rippling, beautiful azure blue. And that's the background. And that's where I have to climb back up again. Hopefully. Coming down was easier. I think going back up is going to be a bit harder. So right at the bottom, near the lake, and I'm just gonna show you. So I've reached right at the bottom. Bit of a trek, but it's worth it. That's the view at the back. It's so quiet here. Yeah. Could stay here for many hours, just sitting here enjoying the view and the silence and the very, very quiet ripple of the water. Let's just show you the water. Absolutely amazing. I've got somebody calling me up from there, but I feel like spending my time right here. That's where I've just been, and I've just read this notice board, and it says you're not allowed to go at the bottom, but I did. Thank God I made it back. But yeah. So we just come out from the Satpara lake and village, and we're now heading towards the Buddha rock. There's a very old Buddhist carvings. Not sure how old they are, but it just goes to show that the history of this region is multifaceted. Various religions, various cultures. We saw that in the mosque, which had Tibetan, Kashmiri and Persian influences. So we're just heading towards the Manthal Buddha rock. So let's have a look. So I'm just about to go in and see this Buddhist rock, but let's have a look at the view. Not too bad, is it? And you're probably seeing that I'm a bit out of breath. My throat has been not feeling great the last few days. It's the change of air coming from 40 degrees to 20 degrees, higher atmosphere and air. It's quite a view. So this is the Manthal Buddha rock. इस तारीखी विरसे के खराब करने से गुरेज करें. शुक्रिया. हमारे साथ तावन फरमाइए. It's not saying much about the rock. It's just saying that just look after the place. So that's the rock from behind, part of a shared cultural heritage. And Buddhists were originally here. They left their mark all over northern Pakistan and even into Afghanistan. And they had a very, very lasting impact and influence. And then, of course, Hindus came. Their temples are found all over Kashmir, the northern regions, maybe even into Afghanistan. We know the Bamiyan statue was a huge statue carved out of a cliff. So that goes to show that there must have been a significant presence and a significant influence for them to do that in such a region. And similarly here, you've got these carvings. And then, of course, the Muslims came later and everyone converted, and the Muslim civilization brought its own unique influence and taste. And that's what you get here. You get this tapestry of civilization and culture, whether it's Tibetan or from Nepal or from the northern areas of that region, and you have Muslim civilization, which includes mainly Persian influences, and then you have the influence of Buddhist, Hindu ideas also. We saw that at the forts, we saw that at the mosque. We haven't had the chance to go to Khaplu on this trip. There's a fort there, and there's also a mosque, Chakchan Mosque, which boasts the same sort of unique influence of architecture.
Hey, let's go. Freedom. Freedom. What? What?
So I think every drone operator has experienced this. Just flew my drone up, about to return it, and it just twists in the wind catches it, and it just lands in the tree. So we're going to try and catch it. Let's have a look where it is. Mil gaya. It's very thorny around here, but... Huh? It could be stuck in a tree somewhere, so we're going to keep looking. So here we are. The drone is all intact, but one small problem. It's fallen into a stream. So we're going to try and dry it off, try and recover it, but apart from that, if it's gone, it's gone. It's all part of being a drone pilot. You lose some drones and sometimes you don't, and hopefully you stop losing them after a while, but this is the first time it's happened, and there we are, we're drying it out. It's all in shape, but it's the water, so let's see. So I've just come near the hotel after that calamity with the drone. It's still wet, it's still got water in it. Trying to dry it off, but it's amazing it survived because it fell from quite a height. And at the same time, it's all intact, but I won't risk putting the battery in charging it. It might be high time to get a newer and better drone anyway. So but these things happen. It's quite a light drone, and the wind tends to catch it, and the heavier drones don't tend to do that. So if you're ever going to get a drone and you're thinking of one, it's a good starter drone, but always be careful when you're in mountainous areas or high up areas, when the air and the wind is even not a heavy wind, it just needs a gust of wind, and it'll flip the drone. It won't have the capacity to stay balanced, and that you can't rebalance once it's off balance. So it's one of the cheap. It's not the cheapest, but it's the lightest drone that you can get with the DJI. What I used, I think it's time to go to a Mavic Pro 3 or something, and something with a bit more oomph to it. But anyhow, we're at another location, not too far from the hotel. So the view I was showing you from the hotel was showing you the Indus River, the mighty Indus River, and the fort and everything. And we're at the bottom by a bridge, and behind me you have the fort right over there, and just behind me over that ridge there is where the hotel is, and it's quite an open plain. That tractor going past. It's quite an open plain, and look, it's quite warm here as well. It's not, the thing is with the sun here, it's very sharp, it's very piercing, and it burns you quickly. It's not like when you go to Punjab and other areas. It's still hot, it's still very, but there's a smog sometimes in the air. Here the sky is always blue. You'll see a blue sky there, but if you go to Lahore or somewhere, you won't see a blue sky due to the pollution. So just going to show you some of the scenes around here then, okay? So just ordered some food. It's going to take 20 minutes. Trout fish. Thought it's the last day, we'll try some of that, and something local at Mascoot. We'll show you that in a bit, but just come out for a walk in the bazaar, and I'm going to show you some of the birds, which I love keeping birds, further variety of course, and just going to show you some of those. Fancy birds here, pigeons. So walking through the bazaar here. I mean, all the fruits are available here, as you can see, fresh fruits, and that's the bustling bazaar. Just coming into this restaurant for a bite to eat, and we've not seen a Markhor, famous sign of these northern areas and of the Pakistani intelligence services, but we've got a stuffed one right here. So gonna go in, have something to eat, and catch up with you. Well, the food has arrived. We have some trout fish, we have chicken jalfrezi, but the mascoot is yet to come, and I'll just show you that. So I'm gonna try some of this trout fish. Take a bite of that. Fish, let's see how that is. It's bony, quite crunchy. It's nicely fried, but I've literally just eaten the bones with it, and I think that's how you do things. So it's quite nice actually. So that's the mascoot. It's in a creamy gravy. You got your bread and chicken jalfrezi. And so I'm gonna dive into the chicken jalfrezi now. I mean, that's something we've all eaten. Let's put a bit of that onto my plate. You get it with some egg, chicken. I'm just going to go in with some chicken jalfrezi now and take a bite of that. As expected. Lovely flavour, not too spicy. Right, I'm going to dive in now and eat the rest of this food, and I'll catch up with you in a bit. So this mascoot, it's beautiful. It's creamy. It's got apricots in there. It's got almonds in there. Chicken. To be honest, this is a unique dish. I need to get the recipe for this and open a Balti restaurant in the UK, a proper Baltistani restaurant, because this dish is just absolutely amazing. So this trout fish. Lovely flavour to it, lovely masala. It's got a few bones in it, but you've just got to be careful with that. This mascoot is amazing, unique. You can only find it here. Apricot oil, apricot kernel, and a local mint. And the gravy is just unbelievable. And of course, our traditional jalfrezi. Wash it down with some Sprite.